Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thanks for stopping by today. Glad you could be here. If you're new, I'm Carey. I am a matchmaker, a dating coach, and I have this channel. It's all about dating and relating. And today I wanted to do a little quick tip for you. Quick tips are short videos. It shouldn't be too long. And it's about catfishing. I wanted to touch upon this. A lot of stuff's come up this week about catfishing. It's been on my mind. And I wanted to delve not too deeply, not a deep dive, but a shallow dive into the psychology of catfishing. And if that's at all interesting, I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. But what I was thinking about is we never really talk about the scammers. What type of person would actually do that? And are they aware of what they're doing? Is it just all about money? I mean, I could never sit all day in a room full of other scammers and destroy their lives and take money from people for something I haven't earned. If by chance we were to know we were being scammed, I was just curious to know who this person is, what type of person. I was just going to share some of the characteristics that I thought were interesting, were found in scammers when you look at a person who could do that to other people and continue to do so because it's their job. I certainly understand how a person could be scammed if you are not educated on deception and people exploiting other people on the internet, and then suddenly you're getting a lot of attention and being loved bombed. It's understandable why some people fall victim or prey to that type of manipulation. But what about the people on the other side of the screen who are doing the love bombing and doing all that work? And we can get to the stages of what they actually are doing. But I just thought it was interesting because it's so common in that 3 out of 4 people who are on a dating app or a dating website experience some type of a romance scam or catfishing if they're on it for any period of time. So something being so common, I just wanted to understand the other side of that coin. They call it the dark tetrad. It sounds like a bad guy in the movies. And that would be somebody who suffers from psychopathy, narcissism, sadism, and Machiavellism. How do you say that? I have to always look to see how it's spelled.
Machiavellianism.
That one. I can't say it to save my life. It's too many syllables. Machiavellianism. Okay, see, that's why we did that. Those 4 traits are what you are going to find in someone who day after day can perpetrate romance scams on another human being. And then so I just thought, what do they have wrong with them? I definitely thought there would be narcissism. I did not expect there to be sadism. And that's interesting to me because I always thought that they don't think it through and put themselves in the other person's shoes to know that what they're doing is so harmful to people. You know, building up their hopes and taking advantage of people's loneliness and removing any money they have from their possession. But if these people are knowingly sadistic, that means in effect that they are willingly causing harm and that they don't care anyway. Machiavellianism, I think I might have said it right. I'm not really sure. Do you know what that is? It's really just manipulation, I guess, would be the easiest way. I've got a definition here, but somebody who is manipulating you because they enjoy it, because they are a narcissist and have psychopathy. That's who you're dealing with. And how do they do that? You know the steps that they take in order to suck somebody in and then suck them dry? Well, these romance scammers are callous, egotistical people who don't really mind harming others. And what they will typically do in the order that they typically do them will be they will create a bond with somebody. They will come on pretty strong, pretty early, but they create, oh, these are your interests? Same as mine. We have so much in common. They make a connection, and if you don't recognize or it does not trigger you to think this is too good to be true, then you are a person who could be sucked into the next level, which is the love bombing, which is somebody telling you that so quickly before anybody else in real life or that you met online would know that they had feelings for you. This person is already proclaiming they love you. They love you already. But do they want to meet you? They do, but for some reason that cannot happen because this person doesn't actually live where you live. For some reason, they're messaging you and been creating a relationship when they're halfway across the world or the country, and suddenly all types of situations are occurring that are keeping them from being available to meet you. And that should be like sign number 4. But if you're still in it at this point, then prime yourself for the fact that very shortly, in order for you to meet them, or because something horrible has happened to themselves, either being detained or medically or to someone they care about, they need money. And although they have plenty of money, and that's interesting too, that's an episode I'm going to do too about who does fall for romance scammers. Are there qualities that the person who is being scammed, the victim, are there qualities that are common to that person? There are actually, and that's what I've been researching this week, and you will see that coming up next week, I'm sure. Where was I? Excuses, and finally they need money. And if you send money, they're just going to ask for a little bit to start. It's a test. They're not going to come right out and say, hey, can you send me $100,000? They're going to say, hey, I need $1,500 or $300 for something. And if you are a person who is willing to send money to a stranger that you've never met in person, you passed their test. And you can expect more of the same, which is more love bombing, more excuses, and more money that is necessary in order for you two to finally bring your loving selves together. We've gone quickly through what happens, and we've gone quickly through who you are talking to. That's the quick tip for today, and I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please give the episode, like my mom is suggesting right there, a thumbs up, and let me know down below how often, if you're on the dating apps, do you feel that you're being approached by scammers? I would love to know that. How often do you have to either meet them or delete them? That's my rule here. All my clients follow my rules as far as dating scammer, and that's meet them within a week or delete them. They say they're somewhere else around the world somewhere on an oil rig or working with the military or a contractor. Oh, that's so interesting. Hey, you know what? I'm not really looking for anything long distance. When you're back to where I am, feel free to reach out. Give me a call when you want to grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine together. I would love to meet you in person, but until then, I'm not really interested in something long distance. That's a really easy way to nip it in the bud, and I hope you found that helpful too. Okay, where did I leave off? Subscribe to the channel if you would. It helps me out and allows more people to see my episodes. And then the ring bell, that's there to notify you every time a new episode goes live, including that one coming up about the personality of a victim of romance scams or catfishing. Appreciate you being here today. I'll look forward to the next time. And until then, have a good one. Affection for you. Affection for you. I hope you didn't see that. Maybe I cut it out. I spit.